That Manny Diaz shit about to get picked apart, and Duke about to go home looking stupid. All of that throwing the U down, all of that dumb shit, man. Get that shit out of here, man. Pack these boys up.
We play this game to win, by any means necessary. To our last breath, to the last play, we hunt. When we bleed, it's orange and green. War ready is the phrase often used. Around these parks, it's game time. No need to turn back the hands of time. We back like we never left. One thing that'll never change is the brand, the you.
Welcome to the Games Get Played Network. I'm your host, Wise. I'm back like I never left. Everybody got their own opinions, man, but at the end of the day, the game still gotta be fucking played. You gotta line that shit up and see how you come out on the other side of it. So, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna cover this Miami versus Duke preview. So, the Miami Hurricanes play Duke this Saturday at Hard Rock Stadium. Kickoff time 12 noon. And we'll go ahead and just cover we'll cover Duke up front pretty much. And then after we cover them up front, we'll obviously go over the Hurricanes for anybody that doesn't know how the show goes. So we'll cover the opponent, we'll cover the Hurricanes, we'll talk about key players, and then we'll probably talk about some things conceptually that we need to do in order to secure the victory. So we'll also have a film breakdown at some point where we'll get into the Duke film. Not really going to really cover Miami's film like that. I mean, if you're a true Canes fan, you should have already seen pretty much a lot of the things that I probably would show, but this is more so about getting Cane fans and letting people know about Duke in particular, what they bring to the table, and how Miami plans to counteract what Duke does. So, first things first, man. Duke is 6-2 on the season. They opened up the year playing Elon, nobody. Then they went to Northwestern, which Northwestern is fucking trash this year. Then they played UConn, nobody. Then they beat Middle Tennessee, nobody. And then they got into ACC play when they started playing North Carolina. So when they started playing North Carolina, they got into the ACC play. They were down 20-0 in that game. They ended up coming back and winning the game 21-20. The next week, they went on to play Georgia Tech on the road. They lost 24-14 at Bobby Dodd Stadium. The following week, they went on to play Florida State. They beat them 23-16. That game was fucking horrible. Two trash-ass offenses, at least for those weeks on the field. And, you know, they ended up squeaking out the win there. And then last week, they played SMU, and they lost 28-27 in overtime. They decided to make a dumbass decision and go for two for whatever reason. It ended up not working out for them. And that's how they ended up at 6-2. So overall, Duke averaging 26 points a game, which is good for 86 in the nation. Their defense is giving up about 19 a game. So they got the 21st scoring defense in the country. Just from watching the film, when you see them, I feel like they're highly inconsistent. Overall, I would say that on offense, it's really hit or miss when it comes down to what they're doing. So, Malik Murphy is their quarterback, right? So Malik Murphy, the transfer, he comes in. He has 1,796 passing yards on the year, 17 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. He's only completing about 58% of his passes on the year. So that's kind of what I was bringing up with him. It's real hit or miss. He had his best game of the year last week against SMU, where he threw for about 295. But just in general, so like I say, he's hit or miss in my opinion from what I've seen. He does throw a beautiful deep ball. When he's accurate, he can drop it right down in the bucket. I mean, that throw goes up and it comes down pretty well. He takes risk and throws in the tight windows at times. He only has 5 interceptions on the year, but when I was watching the film, I saw a good amount of turnover-worthy plays, to be honest. But it looks like he trusts his arm. So there's situations where he's calling Hut and he'll see something. There may be 2 guys converging and he'll just try to squeeze it into a window. And for the most part, he's been successful at getting it in that window or it's been dropped. So that's where they are at quarterback. So you got a young guy that has arm talent. He's still figuring out certain things, struggling obviously with reading defenses and stuff at times, but that's what you would expect from a young guy. He's not going to take off and run or really, get you too many yards and things like that. They've protected him pretty well. He's only been sacked 9 times so far this year. And then when it comes to their run game, I think Star Thomas is probably the best player they have on offense, man. He can make a lot of plays. He has 681 yards on the year. He has another 100 receiving yards. So in total, he almost has 800 yards from scrimmage. So he's pretty much averaging 100 yards a game from scrimmage, 6 touchdowns total. He's somebody that you have to meet like at the point. You can't give him an opportunity to basically get going. So, in order for Miami to be successful, the linebackers are really going to have to come downhill and fill those lanes and fill those gaps. If we decide to kind of sit back with it, he will make us pay. But we'll get to part of that in the film breakdown. Their backup running back is Peyton Jones, number 5. 227 yards on the year. I personally believe he's somebody else that would give Miami problems. He does have explosiveness. He's made plays in the kickoff, like returning kicks, and he's had a couple of good runs to the point where it's like I see where he could give us problems for sure. When it comes to the wide receivers, their best 2 wide receivers are Eli Pancol and Jordan Moore. They're both over 400 yards for the year. So Pancol has 446 and 6 touchdowns, and Jordan Moore has 481 yards and 4 touchdowns. I would say the next most dangerous guy potentially would probably be Higgins. Like if we're talking about guys that can make plays for them. So between Higgins and Quinshawn Brown, Higgins has a 65-yard touchdown on the year. Brown has a 43-yard long. So something to definitely keep an eye on. As far as tight end, their starting tight end has 167 yards. He's averaging about 15 yards a catch. We all know Miami pretty much can't cover tight ends to save their fucking life. So if he's with him averaging 15 yards a catch, I would expect for them to try to make him a vital piece, a vital part of the game plan. Excuse me. Their kicker, 10 for 15 on the year, so he's 67%. Defense. So Alex Howard is their leading tackler. He has 59 tackles on the year, 5 sacks. Definitely at the top of the list. We definitely got to keep an eye on Trey Freeman at linebacker, 50 tackles, half a sack for sure. Their other linebacker, Nicholas, has 52 tackles. I would say that their best pass rusher for sure from what I've seen is Vincent Anthony Jr. He has, what does he have? About 17 or 18 tackles on the year, 4 sacks. He really is aggressive at getting after the passer. I didn't see like a lot of great plays he made in run support, just being honest. But as far as getting after the quarterback, when I was watching the film, like he has 4 sacks on the year. He probably should have at least 8 or 9. He gets held a lot. He can fire off and make plays. So we definitely got to be aware of where he's lined up at all times, because if we don't, it could be a problem. And then their defensive tackle, or one of their defensive tackles, Aaron Hall, has 26 tackles on the year, 3 sacks. He definitely gets after it as well. As far as in the secondary, man, like they got different folks that are flying around technically. So they played 3 safeties: Terry Moore, Stinson, Stone. They got Rivers at cornerback. Pickett is physical out there as well. So what I would say is, from what I've seen, so this is a Manny Diaz defense, right? So just with looking at what they do, right, they're heavy on the penetration side. So they really like to get upfield a lot. They wreak havoc. They're number 2 in the nation in tackles for loss. They're like top 15 or so, maybe in sacks. Let's check. So we got the paper here. Gonna do a paper pop like my boy Josh Pate. Let's see. They're 14th in the nation in sacks. But no, they're number 2 in tackles for loss, man. They definitely get after it for sure. They have one of the best third down defenses in the country as well. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. When it comes to their offense, though, this is one of the things that I didn't cover at the time. So they're one of the worst teams in the country on third down. They're 127th out of 134. So they're only converting 30% of their third downs on offense, which obviously that's not what you want. You never want to even be remotely in a situation like that where you're consistently pretty much not converting the third downs. So that can definitely be problematic for them in general. Special teams wise, man. So they have 2 blocked punts and 3 blocked kicks. And we all know some of the issues that we've had when it comes to special teams. And we haven't had anything blocked, but I see the breakdowns every week. And Duke is going to come after punts. They're definitely going to come after punts. So if we're not on our A game, they're going to come after a punt. And they might end up blocking one because they're willing to sell out on those plays in order to get there and create that havoc. So we definitely need to be aware of that, man. Just overall, though, like when you look at them from an offensive perspective, when I was discussing like how they're not good on third down, that also ties into the fact that they're like 111th in time of possession as well. So they don't possess the ball very well, or they're bottom third for sure, around 100, 111. But and even then, so on offense, they're only getting 18 first downs per game, which is 99th in the country. So they're not even getting a lot of first downs and things like that. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on, and just how things flow and things like that. You know, we know that teams have been going for it on us on fourth down on a consistent basis. So if you just look at them attempting to be aggressive, right, they're not converting third downs heavily. And we're one of the better third down defenses in the country, believe it or not. We're number 9 in the country on third down defense. Teams are only converting 29%. So when it comes to that, you should expect to see them aggressive and do some things on fourth down for sure. And then just with their defense in general, man, they're forcing about 2.5 turnovers a game. So it's a Manny Diaz defense, man. A lot of penetration. I will say that their gap integrity is better than what I've known Manny's Manny's defenses to be in the past, for sure. And that's pretty much it, I guess, regarding them in general. I think one of the things that we'll definitely have to look out for, which we'll see it on film and everything, but they do have some guys that can cause problems for us in space. I mean, we watch the Canes play every week, man. There's no question about what's going on and things like that. So definitely something to keep our eye on. All right, man. So first things first, this is Duke playing SMU. It's the first quarter, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. 1st and 10. The reason why we're taking a look at this play in particular, because Brown down here at the bottom of the screen could be a problem for Miami. So you're going to see they going to bring the pressure. SMU brings pressure, and then they cooked, man, up top. Easy money. Shit like this will be a problem for us, because if we got Mish guarding this guy, or even DP, with the way they try to run these plays, it could be a problem. Here we go. Up top. Perfect ball. Boom. Dropped it right in the breadbasket, dog. Easy money. Easy fucking money. Y'all know how our defense is. We gonna watch this shit run back real quick. Like, come on, man. Boom. Off the line. Smoked him. Oh, man. That's something we got to look out for sure, man. All right. We're going to take a look at this next play right here. This is Duke playing SMU. It's 4th and goal for SMU. 13 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game. And pretty much Brashard about to hold these boys. Got him. They got him. Oh, he got the angle. Nope. Cut it back. Boom. Run him the fuck over. Touchdown. Run 12 the fuck over. Yeah, he put you on your ass, boy. He put you on your ass. Duke versus SMU. SMU is up 14-7. 3rd quarter, 12 minutes and 58 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Watch this shit. Boom. Boom. Slide on them boys. Slide on them, Daniels Jr. Roderick Daniels Jr. Slide on them. Boom. All the way down there. SMU playing Duke. SMU up 21-7. 3rd quarter. 2 minutes and 16 seconds. 2nd and 10. This the type of shit they'll do against Miami. That shit wasn't even open, bro. He just threw that shit. That's what I mean by he be making some risky throws, bro. He just threw that fucking ball. That shit wasn't even open like that for real. Come on, watch this shit. Straight hoeing. Straight hold this boy. Boom. This shit ain't open. That shit ain't open. Straight holding. SMU versus Duke, man. 21-13. Top of the 4th quarter. 4th and 4. This will be a problem for Miami. This is one of the dudes I was telling y'all about. Y'all know we not good on kickoff and punt return. Watch how he get loose on their ass. For Duke, watch how you get jiggy with him. Quinshawn Brown, boom. Come on, y'all see this shit? Hey, man, stop playing, man. Y'all know that boy will be a problem. Stop playing. Hey, off the line, throw it up. They will do this shit to Miami now. Boom. Call Hut and throw that shit up off the line. That boy Eli Pancole is a problem. We better be prepared. Our DBs are definitely finna get some work this weekend. Boom. Boom. Look at this shit. Look at that shit. Good fucking throw and catch, boy. Head top. 2nd and 11. I had to show this play. Watch this boy right here. Watch what Roderick Daniels Jr. do to this boy. Put him in a fucking blender. Oh my God. Yo, these Duke DBs, they will bring something down in space, or but when I tell you they cheeks on the back end, watch this shit, bro. Watch the route. Oh my god. Oh my god. He routed him the fuck up. Oh my god. Run it back, please. Show me the replay. Show me the replay. Come on, bro. Look at this. Boom. Bruh, if you can't tell me you don't see X hitting that route and slot, come on, man. Hey, stop playing. All right, man. So this first play that we gonna get into is a kickoff. And the reason why we're looking at this, man, is because our kickoff coverage has been trash majority of the year. Like I already covered before, Miami is 125th in the nation in kickoff coverage. Boom. Kick this shit off. But he got it. This is the running back I was talking about. Come on, man. That shit a problem, man. We got to make sure that we doing what we need to do and stay tight. Look at this shit. Boom. Can't tell me this ain't some shit that we'll end up giving up, bro. Bro got all the way down the field off this shit, man. All right, so Georgia Tech is up 10-7 against Duke, third quarter. We're about to pretty much take a look at a quick sequence right here. So there's going to be a run that gets stopped. And this is what I mean, man. The penetration has to come upfield, and then we got to come down. The linebackers got to fill the gaps if we want to be able to tackle Star Thomas. Because if you don't, the following play will show you what happens. We roll it. Boom. So right here, watch this. Watch the penetration they get right there, and then boom. D lineman and then the backer come down and make the stick, dog. They don't even let them get a chance to get started for real. Just come and make the stick. Boom. They ain't even give it. Look, attack it, come down, boom. And then we about to roll it on this next one. Boom, they hand it off to them. They don't get there. Boom, bounce it out. Boom, boom. Come on, man. You can't tell me this ain't the type of shit that you will see happen against Miami. We got to make sure we tighten up on that, dog. That's the kind of stuff that happens to us right there. Missed tackle, edge. He pushing him over here. That's Miami all day. All right. Georgia Tech 10, Duke 7, third quarter, 3 minutes and 4 seconds left. It's 1st and 10, and we're about to take a quick look at this 65-yard pass that's going to be complete to Higgins. If I'm not mistaken, Georgia Tech ends up blitzing. So you see the linebacker right here. He's trying to communicate with them, but he's about to go. So they're about to send pressure, and it's not going to get there, and they're going to make him pay for it. Boom. The blitz comes. He hits him, and now it's crib time. You already know the middle of the field open. You got the middle linebacker coming. You got somebody else coming from that direction, and that's just easy money for them. Easy money. You see it coming. So Higgins ride out for the 65-yard touchdown. Boom. Right there. Right there. Boom. Perfect. In stride. Crib. Omari and Hampton breaking tackles on their ass. Come on, man. Them boys better tighten up. A number one be getting put in a fucking blender on a regular basis. Trust me when I say, boom, Hampton again. Counter. Boom. Easy money. Give me that. Easy money, man. Like, this shit is easy work. Boom. Caught their ass slipping on 4th and 1. Thought they was going to Hampton, boy. Play action over the top. Watch this. Beautiful. Boom. You got the motion there. Look at the block come down. He make it. Boom. Easy. Wide the fuck open. They don't know what's going on. All right, man. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this next play. North Carolina up 10-0. 7 minutes and 57 seconds left in the second quarter. 2nd and 11. Let's roll the tape. Boom. Easy money. When I tell you we need to run this fucking play because Duke loves getting a lot of penetration and getting upfield. That's what they're about. And boom, he's stuck here. Quick hitter. This would be a great play to run to Martinez, Fletcher, CJ. Don't matter. That shit right there is cash. All right, 17-0. North Carolina up on Duke. Third quarter, 12 minutes and 59 seconds left. It's 4th and 6. And here we go. We need to be mindful of this. Duke is going to come after shit. Boom. They come after it, block it. The ball passed the line of scrimmage, bro. North Carolina recovered the ball. Because it passed the line of scrimmage, it's their ball back. But they came aggressive. They blocked it. Duke blocked some punts so far this year, bro. They are blocking shit. You know we be sleep on the coverage. You know we be sleep with the blocking. Look at this. Boom, he comes off clean. We gotta be aware. We gotta be aware of what's going on, man. This was a rope right here. Bombed they ass. That look like some shit Cam Ward be doing. You feel me? He see it, flick it that back that way. Them boys be sleep back there. I'm telling you. It's plays to be had on that secondary for sure. Look at them. They arguing with each other. Don't even know what the fuck going on. North Carolina up 20-0 on Duke. 6 minutes and 59 seconds left. 1st and 10. So, boom. Handoff. That boy about to get up out of there. Making some shit shake. Star is a problem. I'm telling y'all, man. If we don't get this dude contained, boom. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Y'all already know what this shit gonna look like on Miami, bro. Boom. Easy money. Easy money. Got the pressure on him. Forced the intentional ground. And look at his face. Look at his fucking face. But that 2nd and 19, and this the kind of shit that we let happen. Boom. He's leaking out. Get the corner. Turn it. Go. Come on, dog. Y'all know what Miami be doing. You know that that's going to be a problem for us. If Kiko is watching or on him, I'm sorry. Crib shit. If that's Kiko in the same position Buddy was in, that shit is getting cribbed. North Carolina 20, Duke 7. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Let's roll it. Boom. Up top. Bomb shit. Bombing shit. When I tell you he gonna throw that ball downfield, that's Moore. That's Jordan Moore. He gonna throw that ball downfield at him and Panko, bro. We better be ready. Boom. And they reviewed this, and it stood. We better be ready. Throwing the ball up top, they is not going to play. That boy Murphy going to launch it, bro. He going to put it out there. Boom. Again. Here we go. We just going to keep it running on this series. Boom. All right. And that's what I mean. You got to get up there and stop him before he gets going. You got to get that penetration in the backfield. That's the only way we going to consistently be able to stop him. Quick hitter to his guy. And here we go. Boom. Bye-bye. Crib shit. So you telling me that this ain't the type of shit we be letting slide? Buddy get to the edge, go up and crib some shit? Come on, man. Stop playing. They call it back anyway. He still get the TD, man. We better be ready for this shit, bro. Star Thomas is not nothing to play with. Here we go. North Carolina 20, Duke 14. Fourth quarter, 7 minutes and 7 seconds left. 1st and 20. Let's roll it. Easy money. Come on, man. Look at this. Look at this shit. Come on. You cannot tell me that that won't be a problem for Miami. Come on, man. Come on. Look at that. Look at the jump cut. Hey, man, stop playing around, bro. Stop playing around for real. And then we just gonna take it up to this last run, man. Right here, 2nd and 5. Hand it off to him. Boom. Missed the tackle. Crib it. You can't tell me stuff like that don't be happening to us, man. We gotta be alert. We gotta be aware. Now we just gonna go ahead and jump over real quick. Cover the Hurricanes. Obviously, the Canes are 8-0. We're number 5 in the country. We're 4-0 in the ACC. Number 1 in the country in scoring at 46.8 points a game. We are 38th in the country in scoring defense at about 21.5 a game. So, y'all know what's going on, man. Cam Ward still on his Heisman campaign. 2,746 yards, 24 touchdowns, 68% completion. So, we're doing what we need to do. We're still averaging a lot of yards and a lot of points consistently. We all the way in week 9, and shit still rolling. Like, we still making shit do what it do. Obviously, Damien Martinez is our leading rusher right now. He has 529 yards on the year, total of 8 touchdowns. He also has a $150 from receiving, so he's sitting at right around 680 yards on the season from yards from scrimmage. Obviously, y'all know who our number 2 back is, which is Mark Fletcher. 367 yards on the season, 5 touchdowns. And then the third back that I expect to play moving forward would just be A.J. Allen. I love Jordan Lyle, what he's going to be able to do for us in the future. I love the speed that CJ has, but right now, there's no need to play anybody outside of those 3, in my opinion. Typically, when we bring CJ in, we're doing some of the same shit. We did run a different play last week, and I liked it. But overall, you got those 3 guys, rock with them, roll with them. There's different ways you can change the pace and things like that. So I definitely want to see A.J. Allen more in the mix with those other 2 guys. We ran the ball phenomenal last week, by the way. At wide receiver, man, y'all know what's going on. X got 710 yards, 6 touchdowns. He on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Isaiah Horton is second on the team in receiving yards with 477, 4 touchdowns. My boy Sam Brown, 410 yards, third with 2 TDs. And then Jacoby has 354 and 4 touchdowns. And Elijah Arroyo has 310 yards and 4 TDs. So I expect us to be able to move the ball and kind of do what we want to do, honestly. Nobody has been able to stop the Canes offense all year. Even last week when we left all of those points on the field, bro, we had 31 fucking first downs last week. So I know, some people was complaining and you see the score, but we had 31 first downs. We were moving the ball. We dominated them with the run game. Yes, we missed on some throws. We had some issues in pass protection and things like that, but we really were dominating the fucking game. Like, the best play they had was a play that the Florida State coaches told Guidry it wasn't even called to run the play. They were just trying to get us to jump off sides. And the center snapped the ball by mistake. That was that broken play on 4th and 1 where it was a fumble or a bobbled snap. He picked it up, and broke or whatever. So, that game was dominated by Miami. Make no mistake about it. So I don't expect Duke's defense to be able to stop us. They do get after. They get a lot of penetration and stuff like that, man. But that shit just not enough. It's not enough. And I watched them get bullied by Georgia Tech for sure. They definitely got bullied by Tech, and they got pushed around a lot by UNC in the first half. But Tech had their way with them, and really, man, it's about like how you attack it, and it's not hard to attack a Manny Diaz defense. And I honestly think that what Manny does on defense, or Danny Diaz, but what he does on defense, man, like that shit is very beatable. especially if you've seen it. And he consistently kind of does the same stuff. He mixes up some of the looks and he'll get aggressive with some of the blitzes and some of the robber plays that he'll run, which we'll look at one. But just overall, man, you know what to expect out of that shit. So I feel like, as we're watching the film and going through certain stuff, like there's really not too much about it that should surprise you. Cam is great at recognizing coverages and seeing blitzes and stuff like that. So if we get back on track, man, I think we should be able to get what we want and kind of pick them apart. But as far as like up front in the run game, we definitely should be able to push them the fuck around. Like that should not be an issue at all. But on defense, y'all know who our leading tackler is, man. Kiko with only 43 tackles. I need to see more Kiko. You made me proud last year. Like we could brag on you and stuff. I need to see more, my boy. Same thing with Wesley, man. I need to see more. Y'all know me. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it funky. I need to see more. We need to continue to rotate the young linebackers in the game because it's not like we're getting great production from the other guys or, the main two guys. So continue to rotate. I'm going to need Jaden Harris to not be on no bullshit this week. Make plays. Don't be lost, kid. Just don't cause us no points. Guidry said something in one of the press conferences that was pretty concerning for me. He said that he can't take Mish off the field because Mish is the one that does all of the checks for the defense. So he pretty much can't pull Mish off because I guess there's no other safety or no other person that he can roll in that can make all of the checks for the defense and keep things flowing. Which to me, that's a big problem, man, especially, God forbid if something happens and he gets nicked up or goes down, like that's just going to make things look even worse, which is something that we need to address with getting more people ready to play for sure. But I expect the D-line, man, to continue to thrive. I expect Simeon Barrow to keep balling out. If I'm not mistaken, he leads us in sacks right now at 5.5. I expect Tyler Barron to keep going hard and making plays. I expect Ruben Bain to keep making fucking plays. Mezzi, get after they ass. Hopefully Elijah Austin, when he get back in there, he'll make some impact plays this week, man. Cole McConaughey played last week. We played Clark last week, man. Like, you can put AC in there. It's a lot of different things we can do with the D-line. Hopefully Malik Bryan is well and ready to play and things like that. So looking forward to what we're going to be able to do. I do think it'll be a task with getting after him just because they've only given up 9 sacks on the year. So they're one of the best at protecting. And we just got to make sure we try to get after him, man. So just wreak havoc all day, honestly. On the back end, Frederic don't need to come out the game. Y'all know how I feel about that. We gonna have our hands full with they wide receivers though. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all this shit now, so it won't be no surprises, bro. We're gonna have our hands full with their wide receivers between Pancol, and some of the other cats they got, man. So we gonna have our hands full with Jordan Moore, which is number 8. We're gonna have our hands full with Eli Pancol. He's number 4. Brown, number 14, could get off. He's very quick. He's very shifty. Peyton Jones is shifty. If the linebackers don't get to Star Thomas, he can make some shit shake and get up out of there. Like, we gonna have to be very alert and on point because from what I've seen on film, some of the skill guys that Duke have are a bad matchup for what we have on defense. So when I tell y'all it's paramount that we fucking tackle in space and do not miss a lot of tackles, because if we do, they got multiple kids that can house some shit on us. So the defense got to be on point. Like, I'm not trying to get into a shootout with Duke because their offense, in my opinion, is not even that good. But it's the players that they have where I see where they could give Miami problems. So they only average 336 yards on offense per game. And just in comparison, like the Canes, like we average like 560. We averaging 560. We get the most first downs in the country on offense. The most first downs in the country. We the best third down team on offense in the country. Like, we really making it do what it do. But another area that I want to touch on that could be a problem is the Hurricanes are 125th out of 134 in the nation in kickoff return defense. So when it comes to covering kicks, we're literally one of the worst teams in the country. And it's not just because of the touchdown, bro. There's a lot of other shit that's going on there. And if we don't fix it this week, they are going to make us pay. I already seen them have a couple of nice returns and things like that. They're going to make us pay. So we got to make sure we on point. What I expect to see, honestly, we just need to go out here and punch them in the fucking mouth. From what I've seen so far, they don't do well with that. They don't do well with getting straight up punched in the mouth. UNC had them down 20-0. Like, when shit get a little rough with them boys, like, it don't look too well for them. So go out here, punch them in the mouth. I watched Georgia Tech run all over these boys. So I do expect for Martinez and Fletcher to just straight up be able to get off on these boys. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. That's what I've seen from what I'm watching. Like, I expect them to be able to get off. It shouldn't really be much of an issue, to be honest. It shouldn't be much of an issue. So North Carolina ran for $150 on them. They gave up 400 yards to North Carolina. They definitely gave up a good bit of rushing yards to Georgia Tech. Like, for sure. There ain't no debating that. They gave up 245 rushing yards to Georgia Tech. And to make it even worse, it was not, and let me be clear, it was not Haynes King that was killing them in the run game. That boy Jamal Haynes and Chad Alexander was busting they ass. 245 rushing yards. They gave up 400 yards to Tech as well. 400 yards to Tech, 400 yards to UNC. Y'all see where this going, man. Y'all know what type of yards that we averaging per game. We should be able to get what we want against these boys. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, bro. We should be able to get what we want against these boys. They gave up 469 yards against SMU. So you talking pretty much 500 yards, and SMU turned the ball over 6 times. And they could have, there was another 3 or so that could have went their way. So that's just basically what it is. They're not, overall, they're not good at running the ball. So Star Thomas, I like him. He's definitely somebody that can cause problems for Miami, but they only average 110 rushing yards a game. So we should be able to keep that contained if we have the right gap integrity and if the linebackers are coming down. That shit we do where we be sitting back waiting for somebody to come, we cannot do that. When I've seen it be most effective to stop him, their running back, is when the linebackers are coming down filling and they're not giving him a chance to get ahead of steam. If you let him get a couple of steps and he turn the corner, or if he get in the hole and he hasn't been touched, he's breaking motherfuckers down. I've already seen him shake at least 5 or 6 people in the hole, a quick move, and then he'll go. So it's paramount, man, that we make sure we just go ahead and get him on the ground and hold shit steady. But either way, man, I'm supremely confident that rather if the defense does what they need to do or not, they're not going to stop us from scoring. All right. Cam Ward gonna make it do what it fucking do no matter what. Easily, man. Like, I like him for sure. I like Cam to go for at least I'm gonna go 400. I ain't gonna even say 350. I like Cam to go for 400 yards, man. And I still say we can put up another 200 on the ground, 2+. Like, I expect us to get 600 yards somewhere in that ballpark this game. Definitely expect that. And I expect us to pretty much score around our average. I think we're gonna end up scoring like 45 points on Duke. We'll probably end up scoring about 45, and I'm expecting Duke to score between 21 to 24 points on us. Their average is 26 a game. The defense is pretty much good to give up the average, if we being real. But if we don't tackle well and do what we need to do, we will end up in a dogfight with Duke. I know they played like shit versus Florida State. I know they played like shit at other points during the season. If y'all don't think Manny motherfucking Diaz is not getting them boys fired up, he got fired here. He was a piece of shit. One of the recruits called him Danny Miez. So if y'all don't think Danny Miez is not coming down here planning on upsetting some shit, I expect Duke to pull out all of the fucking stops. That man want to win this shit so bad. He feel like he shouldn't have been fired. He wasn't given the resources that Mario was given. And I watched Mario in the press conference, and he said everybody want to make it about this or that. This is about the Miami Hurricanes versus Duke. That is true. But I know it. He knows it. Everybody knows it. At the fucking press conference when Mario got introduced, he spoke Spanish at the press conference for a reason. He threw a shot at Manny immediately. We didn't know we would end up in this situation, but it is what it is. I know that there's some animosity there, and he don't respect bro like that. And Manny is coming in here to try to get some respect. They will try every fucking thing. This is the most important game of the year for them. We number 5 in the country. We need to be ready for everything, bro. Because that's what it's going to take in order to put our foot on their fucking neck and beat their fucking ass. Don't come in here playing with these boys. Go out, first drive. Rather, if we defer, get a stop. They literally are one of the worst teams at getting first downs. They're one of the worst teams on converting third down. Get them the fuck off the field. Run that shit down their throat. Throw it up top. Bomb them. And go ahead and play with a lead. If you play with a lead, you're going to make they bitch ass uncomfortable. If you keep it close, keep it tight, you're going to give them confidence. It's really that fucking simple, dog. Kickoff is at noon. Go ahead and get this shit over with. Make these bitch ass boys lay down and pack that shit the fuck up and take that shit home. This is the fucking U. And they are the Duke Blue Devils. This is not basketball. This is football. Pack that shit up and send they bitch ass home. That's how I feel. Pack it the fuck up. I know their defense has good numbers in certain categories. I don't give a fuck about none of that. We know what Manny Diaz defenses are like. Okay? I seen them boys get heated. Motherfuckers getting routed up on the back end. Like, I seen long touchdowns. I've seen it all. No reason we shouldn't be able to. I seen motherfuckers going in the hole, shaking linebackers to the floor. I seen them hitting bitches. Being physical at the point of attack, bro. That's all we need to do. They is not built like that. They not cut like that. I know they 6-2 or whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. I've been watching them play this whole year. I watched the film. Go in there. Make these bitch ass boys lay down. Get up out of here healthy. You feel me? And then get ready for Georgia Tech the following week. Go 1-0 this week. Beat their ass. Stay healthy. And then we'll start preparing for GT. Don't overlook these bitch ass boys. Because I'm telling you, they coming in here to play. But all we gotta do is punch them in their fucking mouth, and it's gonna be a wrap. Look, man, I'm calling it. Like I said, I'm gonna just go with the final on it. 45-24, Miami. Big day for the offense. I expect Martinez to continue what the fuck he been doing. He been going the fuck off lately. The last 2 games, he's looking more like himself. Fletcher has been playing great, and I expect Cam Ward to bounce back and have a bro. I expect him to go the fuck off on these boys, straight like that. That Manny Diaz shit about to get picked apart, and Duke about to go home looking stupid. All of that throwing the U down, all of that dumb shit, man. Get that shit out of here, man. Pack these boys up. Until next time, I'm out.